If you don't know me, first of all, I got pregnant at 18. Honestly, this is kind of weird, kind of maybe like too much information. I might have to cut this out. When is baby number 3 coming? Whenever it happens, I guess. Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a little get ready with me. It's going to be very talkative. It's not going to be like a ton of like editing and stuff like that. Like, it's gonna be pretty real and pretty raw and just me talking. Yeah, like Lee's in here with me, so if you hear her talking, she likes to be involved in the conversations. I was watching some of my old videos and I used to do stuff like this a little bit more frequently, and I really liked watching those videos, so I wanted to do one again because I haven't done one in a very long time. So I figured I'd just bring you guys in the bathroom with me while I'm getting ready and we'll just talk. I had you guys ask me some questions and give me some topics to talk about on Instagram, so I'm just going to be talking about those while I get ready. The first question is, what made you start YouTube? When I very first started YouTube, if you don't know me, first of all, I got pregnant at 18. I had my baby after I graduated high school. I got pregnant during high school but had him after. And then my boyfriend now, fiance now, baby daddy at the time, we had broken up after I found out I was pregnant. He went off to college. He went to college about like 4 or 5 hours away, and so I was basically raising Greyson, my son, kind of by myself. He would come home on the weekends. Yeah, he would come home on the weekends as often as he could, and he'd come down as often as he could, but he was playing football for his... Girl, we can't listen to music. I know, but it has to be copyright free, girl. Alright, I gave her my phone on a very quiet setting, so if you hear a hint of Coco Melon in the background, it's just her. I need to keep her occupied or else she's gonna want to listen to music, and can't do that this time. He was away at college and he would come home as often as he can. And I always just like felt bad because I felt like he was missing out on like a lot of Greyson's milestones and stuff. And I always wanted a YouTube channel. Like, I literally have some from when I was younger still on YouTube. Not gonna tell you the usernames because they're really embarrassing videos. But I always wanted to start YouTube. It was always something I talked about with Drew and something he was always like really supportive of me doing. And so I decided after I had Greyson to start a YouTube channel. I thought it'd be cute if I could like do little vlogs and Drew could like watch him while he was away at college and like feel like he wasn't missing out on as much. And when I very first originally started my YouTube, I started out just telling my story so that people who were watching could understand everything. And then by the time I even got to like really filming mine and Greyson's life, Drew had already made the decision to come back home. He didn't even want to go away to college in the first place. He finally decided to come back home and start going to college here. He started a community college here because he really just didn't know what he wanted to do at that point. By the time he got home, then it was more like I just had fun with it. You know, I had fun just sitting down, talking to the camera, doing videos on whatever I wanted to do. And I had fun like bringing Drew into the videos too with me. Like, I thought that was fun. So slowly my channel started turning into me doing like more vlogs and more videos with like Greyson, and then I got pregnant and I had a lot of fun filming like pregnancy updates, which I still really enjoy those videos. Like, I love going back and looking at those videos and remembering like everything from my pregnancy and stuff, because you'd be amazed at how much you forget during that time. And like with Greyson especially, like I don't have any sort of like I don't have anything to look back on, like, or like any really memories of it, because I kind of like blocked that whole time period of my life out of my brain, and I didn't ever like keep track of it. Like, I took a few bumpies here and then, but I never really like kept track of like my symptoms, things like that. So then it started switching to like more pregnancy videos, and then whoopsies. But then when I had Blakely, I did a little bit of vlogs with like both of them, and like kind of like juggling having 2 kids under 2, you know. And then I really just started doing vlogs, and then very recently I've just been like, I still do vlogs, but I try to mainly focus it about me, because I really don't want my channel to be like super focused, which it never really has been. But I just don't want my channel super focused around my kids. I'd rather it be more focused about me. And so I want to do more like videos like this where I'm just like getting ready or something. I still obviously really like vlogging, but kind of focusing it more on like me and Drew and like our journey being parents rather than like filming my kids all the time. And that's just what I want my channel to be about. But yeah, that's how I started YouTube. And like as you can see, like it's just like kind of changed over time on like what I want to do with it, but I've always really liked it. I've always had a lot of fun doing it. How did you and Drew meet? I've talked about how Drew and I have met a few times on my channel, I think. But basically we officially met my junior year of high school when he asked me to homecoming. We had some mutual friends and like they really wanted him to like be in their group for homecoming, and so they were trying to like think of like different dates that he could have that would like want to be in their group. And somehow my name came up and Drew was like, okay, yeah, I would ask her to homecoming. And he asked me to homecoming, and that's really all it was. When he first asked me, is like he was just gonna be my homecoming date. And then we got to know each other more just because we wanted to get to know each other more before homecoming, or else it would have been really awkward because we had never really had any sort of like communication before that, and we're both pretty introverted and awkward. So we just wanted to get to know each other more so that it wasn't so awkward at homecoming. So like we went out to lunch a couple times, and like it was really awkward at first, but then we hung out once outside of school and it was like not awkward at all. It was so much fun. He was being so goofy, and like that's when like I started to really like him, and I think he started to like me. But I knew of Drew since 8th grade when he transferred to my school, and he did not know who I was at first. He was very like popular, did all the sports and whatnot, and we always had like a few mutual friends, but like he never knew of me until probably my freshman year of high school is the first time he probably heard my name. Honestly, this is kind of weird, kind of maybe like too much information. I might have to cut this out. But he was friends at one point with the person that I was dating at the time. And so like what he heard of me was like not great, also not true at all, but definitely probably gave him like a weird, like probably thought I was like a weirdo. And then kind of same with him, like I'd heard from the person that he was dating some stuff that like wasn't that great, and so we both kind of didn't have like the best like impressions of each other, which I think is part of the reason why like we were kind of iffy about, like we didn't think that it was gonna be anything more than just being homecoming dates. At least that's how it was for me. But then I got to know him and realized that that information was false, and same for him. Like he realized that like I was completely different than how that person described me. So don't always believe rumors that you hear. Take rumors with a grain of freaking salt, because that shit gets wild. But yeah, we got to know each other and we really liked each other. And then from there, it really like progressed pretty quickly. We just really like clicked and got along, and we were like so similar. Yeah, I really liked him, and I always thought he was like super cute, but did not think that I was in his league whatsoever. All right, next question. How do you balance mom life with a social life? And then it said like I'm struggling. I had to give her my phone back. It said something about like I'm struggling with that right now or something like that. But same, I'm also struggling with that. I feel like I don't, honestly. Like I don't really have a social life unless you count social media. Like I do talk to a lot of people on social media. I enjoy messaging people, getting to know people, but I don't like have like friends close to me really. I have like literally 3 people I talk to from high school, and that's it, and they're like my closest friends. They're like the type of people where like you could not talk to them for a very long period of time, and then when you get together again, it's like it's totally fine, and like it's still like I don't know, it's just I like those types of friendships. I do have friends and I do talk to them, but I just don't hang out with them a lot. And honestly, like I'm an introvert. I don't like to hang out with people a lot. I'm like a once a month kind of gal really, if like we hang out. Like I just can't do it like every single day or even every week. Like I enjoy my time alone. I enjoy my weekends. Like me and Drew, like yeah, we live together, but when he's home, like we're like a lot of the times we're doing 2 different things. Like we're tag teaming it, and he's doing one thing. Like the only time we get together is when the kids go to bed, and even then it's like we're both tired and he has work early and I have to wake up early to get Gray ready for school, and so we go to bed pretty early. And so on the weekends we like to hang out and do our own thing and like go on like dates with each other. Sometimes. This is not a super often thing that we do, but I don't know. So I don't like to, like, I don't want to say waste my babysitters, but like we really only have like one babysitter, and it's Drew's family, and I don't like to like use them a lot, I guess, because I just feel like that's not fair. I don't know. And I know that they love watching the kids, but like it's not something that I would like try to force them to do every single weekend, because that's just like not it. So when we do get a babysitter, we like to use it for date nights. I'd be totally fine with like bringing my kids somewhere and like doing something with them, but the thing is I don't have a lot of mom friends. I have one mom friend, but she doesn't live close. We haven't hung out in a super long time. Well, she doesn't live far, but she just doesn't live in town. And then I have a soon-to-be mom friend that I'm super pumped for, but again, she doesn't live in town. So I'm excited for like when she has her babies. She's having twins. I'm really excited. I'm excited for when she has her babies to like, you know, get to do stuff together, like with the kids, and like, you know, just do like chill stuff. Because I feel like when you have friends that aren't moms, they want to like do all these things and like go to all these places, and like they don't really want to bring the kids with them. And I understand that, but like for me, I just like, I don't like that. I like to be with my kids. So on that question, I don't really balance my social life and my mom life. I choose my mom life every single time because I enjoy it more. I have more fun with my kids, and like just, I don't know, I just like being with my kids. I don't know, but that's just me, and that's just what I like. I like it like that. But I mean, I still talk to people, like I'll text people, Snapchat people, FaceTime people. Like I love that. I could talk on the phone for hours and hours and hours. I just don't like to have to like actually go out and do stuff all the time. And I also don't like those people where like you have them over, but then you feel like you have to like clean your entire house beforehand, and like that's just not fun. Like I want someone who's not gonna mind coming over and like there'll be toys everywhere, and like the kids' rooms are like a freaking tornado went through them, like, and they're just like, yeah, cool. Okay, the next question is, do you have a job / have you ever had a job? I do have a job, I guess. Honestly, social media kind of is my job right now. I've been learning how to make an income from it, and so I guess like it would be counted as self-employed. I do make a little bit. I make a little bit from YouTube. I make a little bit from TikTok. Not much though. What I get most of my money from is doing brand deals. But this is the first year that I've actually like started making money. It's not a lot. I'm still learning because I really just started just these past couple months. Like last month I had 1 paid brand deal, whereas this month like now I have 3, and I'm starting to get the hang of it and like figure it out. And so I'm excited to see where that goes. But I've also like, I just want to say this really quick though, like social media, well YouTube especially, has never been about the money. Obviously I've been doing it for 3 years and I've just now started making money off of it, and it's not a lot of money. Like it's not at all. Yeah, I just want to say that like I don't do YouTube for the money, but I would like to earn an income out of it. Lately we're not doing that. So yeah, technically I guess I have a job, if you would count that. I don't know, but have I ever had a job in the past? I have had multiple jobs. My first job was Burger King. It was a fun time. My sister worked there at the time, and she was my manager, so like it was just a fun time. And then I also had one of my really good friends work there with me, and we all just had a blast. Like literally working at Burger King was so much fun. But I only worked there for like 6-ish months because, well, part of it was because it was giving me just terrible acne just from all the grease, and another part of it was like, I don't know, I just didn't like it. Like with school, I felt like I was super tired all the time, and like I don't know, I just didn't like it. Like I just got tired of it, and I didn't need the job at all. I just, you know, wanted like a little bit of extra money to like go shopping with my friends with. So I quit. My second job, probably my favorite job ever, I worked as a coach like for gymnastics, and I taught like, I mostly taught like pre-K classes, like little kids. and I really loved it. But then I had a lot of older kid classes too. Like usually the oldest I taught was like 12 years old, and I loved it. Like that was probably my favorite age group to coach, which is why I want to be a teacher, and which is why I want to do like 3rd, 4th grade, because I just find that age very fun. But yeah, I loved it. I loved it so much. I loved working with all the kids and getting to like teach something that I also enjoyed. It was just a really fun job, but I did not get paid hardly anything there. I actually didn't end up quitting. They like laid everybody off. It was like really weird. They like laid everybody off, but then like still kept calling me like every week to like have me sub for people. So like I still worked there for a while after they like laid everybody off, and like so did everybody else. But then eventually like they stopped needing me, and I stopped going in, and like I don't know, it was just like, and they still never paid me for the last month that I worked, so that's cool. Yeah, it just like was not a, in which, like I said, at that time I didn't need an income. Like the only thing I was paying for was my gas, so like I really didn't need much, but it was really fun. So then I stopped working there, and that last month that I like worked that I never got paid for, that's when I found out I was pregnant. And so that was kind of scary, even though I would not have been able to work there while I was like pregnant anyway, because like I just wasn't getting paid enough. Like it just wouldn't have like supported anything. That whole pregnancy was honestly like a blur, and I looked for jobs for a little bit, and then I had like a high-risk pregnancy, and then I was on bed rest for like a lot of like for the end of it. Like I don't know, like it just never worked out to where like I could have a job and be pregnant. And I was also like barely struggling to get through school anyway. Like I was really going through it, so I didn't work through that. And then after I had Gray, I wanted a job, but I was also breastfeeding, and if you've ever breastfed, you know that having a job and breastfeeding is like not really that possible, at least like for the beginning, and like especially if they don't take a bottle, which Greyson did not take a bottle. So I waited like 6 months until he was like super dependent on my boob, I guess, and like eating every 2 seconds, and he eventually did sort of start drinking out of a bottle, but really he just like ate like baby food and shit, like just whatever we could get him to eat, I guess. He really did not like bottles. He would take them if he was starving, and that was like it. So yeah, anyway, when I was 6 months, that's when I got a job, and I like worked for like a chiropractor, and I like did like the front, like receptionist, and I got like literally hardly no money at all, had like 0 hours, and just really hated this job. Like I didn't mind the job at first, like the people were nice to me, and it wasn't a lot of hours, so like I liked that about it. There was just one person in particular that I just really hated, and they like helped me not at all and they like did not train me at all, and I just felt like I could never like grasp what the fuck I was supposed to do, because nobody was telling me what to do, and like people would get mad at me because I wasn't doing things that I never even knew that I had to do. Like I remember one day, just for example, it was one of my first days, probably like my 2nd week, because I only worked like 2 days a week, and I'd work for like 2 hours each day. Like it was like no time at all, so it was kind of hard to learn because I just never worked. But it was like my 2nd week, so probably like my 3rd or 4th day working, and the chiropractor that I worked for was like, oh, did you put the sign out that like it's lunch right now? And I was like, what sign? Nobody ever told me that there wasn't a sign that you're supposed to put up for work. And he's like, yeah, you're supposed to put a sign out for work. And like kind of got annoyed that like I hadn't been putting the sign out, but nobody even told me this sign existed. So I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to know to put a sign out if you don't even tell me there's a fucking sign? And that sort of thing would happen just all the freaking time. They would like expect me to do things that they never even told me existed. And I was like, I would do it if you just simply told me to do it. Like, and then after that, I worked as a front desk receptionist at a hotel, and that job I absolutely loved. Loved all the people I worked with, had good hours. I mean, I didn't get paid a ton, but it was enough to like, it was actually like real money. It wasn't like I was getting like fucking checks for like $20 or something. Like, it was actually a real job. I got good hours, and I really enjoyed the people I worked with. It was something I caught on to very fast because people actually taught me how to do things. Yeah, I really loved it. People really liked me. It was a job I really vibed with. And then I ended up getting pregnant with Blakely while I worked there. And because of that, when COVID hit, I didn't really know what to do. So I was kind of scared because, you know, obviously at the beginning of COVID, nobody knew like what to do or what it was, you know, like it was just like a lot of unknowns. And so when I went to my doctor's appointment, I like asked her because I was scared. I was like, should I Like, is it safe for me to be working as like a hotel receptionist where like everybody that's coming here is travelers? And she literally was like, oh my god, that's like the worst job you could have. And she was like just very adamant that I should not be working and thought it was not safe for me to be working. So I ended up I stopped working, but I thought it was only going to be for like a couple of weeks. You know, at the very beginning we only thought we were in quarantine for 2 weeks. You know, I told my manager like, hey, I can't come in for 2 weeks, you know, I gotta wait for all this to die down. And then it never did, and because it never did, I never went back for my entire pregnancy. And then after I had her, they were like asking like, okay, when are you coming back? But I was breastfeeding. And like I said, if you've been a breastfeeding mama, you just like can't work for a while because like your baby is on your boob 24/7. And so I just was never at a place where I felt comfortable leaving my baby without me and needing it to be fed. And this job I worked a lot of hours. A lot of the times I'd have to work even longer because the person that would come in after me to work would be like literally 3 hours late. And just leaving a baby without like their food source for that long is just not, you can't do that. But then by the time like it was time for me to go back, it was just like not necessary. Drew had finished school, he had his job, like he was supporting us completely on his own, and I just didn't need to go back. And so like we were just like, yeah, that would be really dumb for me to go back. And then like especially like to find babysitters, like that's just always stressful. But we just knew it would be even more stressful with 2 babies. So we just made the decision for me to like stay home and just kind of take care of them. And then that's when I started wanting to get into learning how to like make an income off of social media so that like I could at least have my own income to do my own thing, you know? And so that's where we're at now. That was probably really boring. I don't know if that was interesting to you guys at all. Alright, the next question is, when is baby number 3 coming? I don't know. Whenever it happens, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to like say when we like officially are like trying or anything, because like it would just be fun if it was a surprise. I do really want another baby. You know, we've kind of accomplished the majority of like our goals that we had before we started trying for another baby, which was like Drew finishing school, Drew getting into his job, weaning Blakely off the boob. Now I really just want to like focus on at least starting to get the kids potty trained, so that, which I have been. We've started with Blakely. Once they get potty trained and like we no longer have to buy diapers for them, you know, that's when I probably want to start trying. That's really like the last thing. But like if we got pregnant now, I would not be upset about it because I know that like we'd have them potty trained before the baby came. But I'm not pregnant right now, I promise you. I'm literally on my period. I definitely have baby fever. Drew does as well. We both really want a third, and like we're okay with any time really. I'm getting ready right now because Greyson's at school. I like to spend my time while he's at school just like getting ready, doing my own thing, getting me and Blakely ready for the day, and just really taking the morning slow because I am not a morning person at all. Like literally hate the mornings so much. I'm definitely a night owl, which just like does not work with having children and like, you know, doing all the things. So I take my morning slow, and I use Greyson's time at school to like get me and Blakely fed and like just getting us ready, and like that's literally all I do in the morning, and I take my time. That's why Blakely is here with me. She loves getting ready with me in the mornings. We'll usually listen to music, which is why she was like upset that I wouldn't play music, and we'll just like get ready in the bathroom, and she freaking loves it. She likes to pretty much do everything I'm doing. If I'm doing my makeup, she likes to pretend to do her makeup. Well, I like her to pretend. Sometimes she actually gets into my makeup and makes a mess, but she's just a little copycat. Guys, this is the first summer that I'm not pregnant or breastfeeding. Like, I'm so excited for that. That's another reason why I'm kind of like stalling on like I said, if I got pregnant right now, I would not be upset. Like, I'd actually be so excited. I'm enjoying my time during the summer not pregnant or breastfeeding. Like, we're going on year 5 because I was pregnant one summer, breastfeeding the next, pregnant the next summer, and breastfeeding the next. So this is like the first summer I'm not breastfeeding or pregnant, so like I have my body to myself, which is really exciting. And so I'm excited to like enjoy my summer to myself, and like my kids are old enough to where they can listen, and we can like actually enjoy our time outside. Like Greyson still has some troubles with it sometimes, but like literally when like last year, the second I would take him outside, he would just like run for the road. every freaking time. And now he like, I can actually like get him interested in stuff, and he will stay in one spot, and I can like just sit and relax and watch them play, or like play with them or whatever. So on the topic of children again, I have my future baby names picked out. I have one girl name and I have one boy name, and the girl name is very unique. Like I don't see it being an issue of like someone taking it before I have a girl. But the boy name I thought was pretty unique. I found it on TikTok, the name, and it has just recently become very popular. I've been seeing it everywhere, and I'm very nervous that someone's gonna take it before I get, like someone that like I know or know of is gonna take it before I get the chance to use it. And I am scared because it's the only boy name I absolutely love. It just goes perfectly with the middle name. Like, I just love it so much. And I saw a big YouTuber just used it recently. And then I just saw another girl who I follow on Instagram, but like, I don't know who she is. She's just like someone I follow. She just used it, but she spelled it a little bit differently. And I was like, oh no, it's starting to pop up. And I am scared. I also just want to put this out there that I have my boy name picked out, and so if you use this name and I still use it, no, I didn't steal it from you. You stole it from me, okay? I've had this name picked out for so long. All of my names kind of, I feel like, just had like the same vibe. I don't know. Like I feel like Blakely and Greyson just go very well together, and I feel like these next two names that I have go really well with their names as well, and all of their middle names kind of go together, but they're all like, all of their middle names are like named after someone, and I really like that about it because that's always been important to me. And I just like, they're just all so perfect. So I also just wanted to say that we hit 3K on YouTube. That is so crazy. I made it a goal, like with my New Year's resolutions, to try to hit 5,000, knowing that like that was probably so unrealistic, and like knowing that like if that didn't happen I wouldn't be upset about it. But I wanted to like make my goal like higher than what I thought I could reach, because I really wanted to just like push myself to work harder and like really be consistent with my channel and everything. And so I made that my goal. And now that we're already at 3K, I'm like, this actually might happen. And that to me is so freaking crazy, because it took me so long. It took me like almost 2 years to hit 1,000. And so the fact that we're already at 3,000, I don't know why I said it like that. But the fact that we're already at 3,000 is just mind-blowing to me. I'm so excited and so thankful, and also just so like, not to sound cocky or anything, but I'm very proud of myself because I did this on my own. I learned everything I know about editing, freaking like everything, thumbnails, everything. I learned it on my own. Well, and like a lot of YouTube searches and tutorials and videos, but like I did it on my own, and I'm super proud of that. Alright, really quickly before my camera dies, I am done getting ready. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this style of video where it's more just relaxed and me talking, let me know in the comments down below and I will do more. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Give this video a huge thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!